Hi Tubies, here's Alexandra, and this is kind of a strange video. Let's imagine the following. You have your fancy new codex, Space Marines for example, and you are so thrilled you want to play Space Marines, so you buy a lot of fancy new shiny miniatures and you put them all together, and then you start to prime the first miniatures, and then you start painting, you're very excited, and then you think, wait a second, no, that doesn't work out, and then you paint another guy, and no, that doesn't work, and you're frustrated, and then you go, fuck it, and go away, and you will never touch a brush again. And well, the video today is about choosing the right color for your army. I get a lot of times the question, girl painting, I want to play this and that, but I don't like the color scheme XY, and I want to paint them different. How should I paint them? Well, guys, I cannot take this choice from you, because you have to paint them, not I. I don't have to paint them. I paint my own miniatures. Basically, you have to paint them. So, the first thing you want to keep in mind is, what colors do you like? Do you like red? Do you like blue? Do you like green? Well, there are obviously several miniatures out there that are painted that way. Maybe you don't like this bright red, maybe you like more darker red, or maybe a little bit darker blue tone, or you want to paint a different green tone. Well, it doesn't apply only to normal Space Marines, also to Chaos Space Marines, or also to Chaos Warriors, for example. Should I paint them maybe in a metal color like this, in bronze and silver with red, or maybe just in red like this? Yeah, that looks cool. But on the other side, I could also paint them like this with white. This is very striking, yes, but it takes a lot of time to paint, and then maybe just silver? Sort of. A little bit boring, but it will be fast. Maybe I stick to Space Marines then. Completely silver then. Okay, completely silver. No, maybe bronze again? Yeah, that's... Well, the thing is, there are so many color schemes out there for miniatures. This could be totally overwhelming. When I start to paint an army, I go normally like this. What color scheme would strike my eye? Would I think, this might look good? So, for example, I wanted to play at one point in time Blood Angels. So I started to paint the first Blood Angel. This is the one from my very first painting tutorial here on YouTube. Some guys of you might remember him. So I started to paint him. Then I painted some other Blood Angels along that line, following my own guidelines to paint them. But then I realized I don't want to paint this color because it is time consuming. So in order to paint in this manner, a whole army would take a long time and effort. And then I decided, okay, I will put them aside, the Blood Angels, and then I started to paint the Imperial Fists. And there I found a way to make it fast and easy and still look good. So, and then I painted a whole Imperial Fists army, and then, after a little bit of money issues. I had to sell them, and then I wanted to restart a Space Marine army. And then I looked again at the Blood Angels. Wasn't that keen. Then, well, I painted something like this. Yeah, a little bit closer, but still red is hard to paint. And then I came up with this. This was, for me, a satisfying color scheme. It is not only silver, it is with a little bit splash of red and blue. And, well, there we go. This was then my Space Marine chapter. I painted a whole army out of them. And while they're still a little bit boring, they managed to be painted to a whole army. That was the whole point of this here. This color scheme is so easy to paint, especially with a metal color on it. This gave me the opportunity to paint a whole army. So, and yeah, Ultramarines, okay, they look cool if you like them. If you don't are put back by the Ultra Smurfs. Yeah, or now my latest video here, the Mantis Warriors. It would also look striking for a complete army. Some of you suggested even I should enter this to the mini wargaming contest for their mini wargaming chapter. Yes, I would say that would totally look cool as a mini wargaming chapter. But let's be honest, I wouldn't want to paint a whole army in this color scheme. For me personally, that wouldn't wouldn't be good. Also, the Space Wolves, at one point I thought, yeah, let's give it a try with those. Paint them in a dark gray tone, not this baby blue. I like them in gray better. But also, this was very, very time consuming, and I only managed to paint 2, and then my inspiration was gone. So, same here. This was a color test marine. I wanted to test a very, very bright blue, and yeah, meh. So, in order to find yourself a fitting color scheme, you have to test a lot, and I guarantee you a lot of miniatures, when you don't use metal miniatures that you can easily strip the color away from, you will run through a lot of miniatures for painting tests, simply painting tests, because the imagination for a miniature is maybe one thing, but it's a whole different story when you want to paint a whole army with this. So it might be nice to paint one miniature, but then you have also to consider that you will have to paint 20, 30, 40, 50 miniatures of the same color scheme over and over and over again. And you have to consider to make it easy for yourself. So don't pick the hardest to paint colors, even if they are striking and you like them a lot. Just pick the color scheme that you personally think you can achieve that over the course of a whole army. So that's what only this Marine has accomplished for me. This was the first Marine I have painted for my Wings of Fury, and well, this color scheme was simple enough, but still looking good to complete an army. I hope this little in-view helps you a little bit of, well, I didn't give you much help for choosing your colors, but you have to make up your mind when you choose a color for a whole army. So Don't just let somebody else decide what colors you have to paint your army, and also don't let yourself be dictated by the colors in the codexes in the army books, because this is just an example. Okay, blood angels have to be red, yes, but you can also play a successor chapter of them and paint them totally how you want. The Lamentus, for example, they are blood angel chapter in yellow, and they are not Imperial Fists. So pick up your colors of your choice, what you think you can paint a whole army with. So yeah, and stick to that. That's the whole secret of picking up the colors of your choice. Well, so much from me for now, for you, and we see us in the next video. Your Alexandra.